is a Wednesday on Morning Rush Entertainment. And of course, you know, Wednesdays are dedicated to the women in entertainment who are making our worlds amazing, lighting up our lives. Now, Women in Entertainment Wednesday today is celebrating a young woman who is... she's absolutely amazing. Now, she is... I don't know how to... I'm speechless. I'm tongue-tied. But yes, she is a woman who has had her lineage set her up for greatness and, of course, finding her own feet, even though she is born of royalty. She's on a new journey, and I think it's safe to say we can call this journey love, all right? And here's why we're calling it love.
It's always felt uncertain until now. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Hesitation and doubt reigned in my mind. Until that moment. That moment when you realize purpose is greater than reason. Everything must be done with meaning. And that at some point you can't keep running away from who you are. And when I got tired of running, I looked to the sun and claimed my shine. Called to the things unknown to me that were mine. And here we are. Good things come to those that wait.
Of course, my guest needs no further introduction for those of you who are very familiar with, like I mentioned, Zimbabwean royalty and the lineage that comes with it. Chengeto Brown, thank you so much for joining us.
What an introduction, my God.
Are you feeling special?
Over here.
Are you feeling special?
Very special. Not very special.
Very special.
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much. Finally, we have you here.
It's overdue.
It's long overdue.
It's overdue, but it had to be with you, though, so.
Appreciate it. Now tell me, darling, you are on this journey, and this journey, I have labeled it love. Is that the correct title for it?
That is the correct title. Yeah, funny enough, you got it. You got it right on the dot.
Yeah, what's going on with this journey? Tell us a bit more.
Man, you know what? Funny enough, I just turned 26 on the 21st of June. I had to remember my birthday there. Hashtag getting older. But yeah, you know, and as you get older, I think it's inevitable that you start to get to know yourself more. And this has been that kind of year that I've had where it's like, Sha, who are you? What do you want to do? And, you know, just what kind of relationship do I have with self?
Right.
And in that requires, you know, love and learning to love myself and be softer with myself and be kinder with myself, you know, and just trying to reflect that in what I'm making. And it's really quite fruitful because, you know, when I tell you the kind of stuff I'm creating now and the kind of music, the kind of sound even that I'm going for is just so much doper. You know what I mean? And that has a lot to do with the internal part. The self-love, you know, and it's been a journey. It's a hard one. Don't get me wrong. Hashtag getting older. Because then there's no more excuses.
Right.
Now you really have to do the grunt work within self for it to make sense with the rest of your life. So that's where I'm at. But I think I'm on the greener side of that grass. So
now, so the intro that we played, the intro video is an introduction to Same Old Love Songs, which is the EP that's work in progress.
Yes, ma'am.
But you've given us a few tracks from it so far, and like you said, the sound is definitely a lot more refined. It's a lot more different, and it is a lot more softer. It is a lot kinder.
It is a lot more. Thank you for noticing that.
it's a cuddly cushion. It's a cuddly cushion.
That's what I'm going for.
So I'm enjoying that. But my issue with you is always consistency. Consistency. I mean, what is it that happens in between the times when we're not hearing from you?
I think for me, the biggest thing has always been quality over quantity, first and foremost. So I don't believe that, you know, and that's my opinion. Others work differently, right? But I don't believe that you have to put out 5 songs a year if people are only going to listen to one of them. You know what I mean? Or I don't believe that you should just put stuff out because everyone's putting stuff out or falling into the, you know, the pressure of everything. So I think for me, those breaks that I take in between it's truly to just go back and create, go back and you know, perfect my craft and get better at my skill and learn more around it, you know. So I may not be necessarily putting out music, but I've learned how to do engineering, I've learned how to master, I've learned how to write, because I'm a writer also before anything else.
Right.
So a lot of times I'm writing for a lot of people. But yeah, I think it's not even really like a break. It's just now me doing other things. And then it's like, oh wait, I was supposed to release that, by the way. But luckily now we've got really, really awesome management.
Right.
I'm working with this guy, Alan Mapani, shout out again. And you know, it's good to have a team, because then you're more consistent. You
Definitely.
know, so yeah, going forward. The cool thing also is with the songs you guys have heard, none of them are on the EP.
What? So you've been teasing us with stuff that's...
Just for you to know the
Wow.
levels that we're coming in
Wow.
with, you know what I mean?
I appreciate that. I absolutely
Yeah.
love that. But in between that also, you're also mum. How has this journey with Zion been teaching you, you know, and feeding into this journey, especially the self-love aspect? Because, it, you know, with mom and
Naturally,
momhood-
exactly. Naturally, and I love that you asked that question. Naturally, he has almost everything to do with this journey, you know, because part of the reason why I really had to reflect within self, you know, and do that introspection is because when I look at him, I want him to be able to look at me and say, you know what, my mom was a dope, just human. Outside of being my mom, she was just a dope human, you know, and just being someone he'd be proud of, you know, just as a person. Like, do I do right by people? Do I move a certain kind of way, you know? And it's been rewarding. He talks now, and we do cuddles, and it's just like, life is good, man. Life is good. I love being a mom. I think I want another kid too. That's actually what's funny.
Is that really it?
I think so.
Okay. All right. Well, let's stand by and take it. Can we have the EP first? No, I'm joking. I'm not going to timeline you.
No, the EP has to come first. We can't be that person. No, management won't be happy about that. But yeah, no, a big blessing to have him. A big part of just me becoming a better human being, which is really awesome. So,
Let's
so
go back.
grateful.
Let's go back to the EP now. So as you've now just totally floored me by telling me what I've seen so far, which is great, and I loved it. I was like, oh yes,
You thought
it's
you
not
knew what
even
was going
there.
on.
I feel like you teased me terribly. But the body of the EP is what percent done?
It's done.
Oh, it's done.
It's done.
So
we
when
just now need to.
when are you giving us our stuff?
Need to get those visuals correct, you know what I'm saying? Put a whole thing together, invite all the media houses and all that, you know, gotta do it right. Because then if we don't do it right,
Yes.
they will talk
yes.
that we did not do it
Does
right.
that feel like pressure though?
It would if I cared what people thought.
Oh.
It would.
Oh.
And that's not from an egotistical place.
No,
you
I
have
get
to
that.
actually disconnect, especially as an artist. And I honestly actually pray for my industry sometimes because, you know, as an artist, you're naturally already sharing a very vulnerable piece of yourself.
Right.
If you start thinking that everybody should like that or love it or not have something to say, you're playing yourself. If you actually want to be, you know, the most sane version of yourself possible, it's easier to just not care. So pressure doesn't exist unless you let it exist. It's not real for me.
I love it. I love it. We can't wait for the EP.
Thank you.
But we are out of time. So I need you to tell us a little bit, just very briefly, about 4 a.m. I think that's your most recent one. Tell us about that.
Yeah, no, 4 a.m. was a song that we put out a few months back. Shot it with Simdoc. Love working with Simdoc. He's amazing. It was really like a guinea pig song for me because I was like, I know Zim is not really going to know what to do with this, you know, but let me just see also. But I did want to sort of gain back the, I guess, hip-hop R&B fans that I had because when I first started music, that was the genre that I was playing around with a
Right.
lot. But that was a cool project for him. I got to collaborate with Denim Woods. He helped me write it. The production itself also is local, so that was really, really cool. And yeah, we got to shoot the video up until 4 a.m. So
And you
it was a lot
rapped.
of fun. Girl, every time
You
we call
had
them a
bars.
man, so I told you they didn't know what to do with them.
Listen here, we appreciate you in every single form that you
Thank
come
you.
in, whether you come to us
Thank
as
you.
writer, engineer, mixer,
Thank you.
especially singer, because that's who we actually interact with quite upfront.
Thank you.
So we appreciate you in every shape, form that you come in. And thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. It's been a joy. Thank you. Thank
And now you owe me coffee. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you
Just like
haven't
that.
watched it, 4 a.m., Chengeto Brown.
I'm a little bit stubborn when it comes to you. I don't even wanna talk about it. More than a little bit loyal when it comes to you. Cause I know I can't be without you. And I try to control my territorial behavior. Cause I don't need the world to know your heart is in my favor. Talking to me right after midnight, you know and believe